Alright. I am back. Got two of these. It's only 70%, but it should be good enough. My hands are sticky still from that flux stuff. So this I should be done aside from the yellow marks on the chart here. It'll be up there. So those yellow marks are pretty much just words of caution at this point. So let's back on. I'm gonna try that first one again. I should leave it plugged in, I think. I hope. Turn this all the way up for 50. Clean the tip. Looks good. Tin it. And make sure this goes all the way up. Start in there. I wonder if there's a dead spot. It's right on the wireless right now, so wireless is not the strongest in that one spot on the screen for some reason. So the hope is I can just reflow this area here. Seems it wants to reflow, so that's good. I think that one is good. And it's not great, but it should be good. That should be pretty good then. Alright, so this should be fine. We got this one pin here, which goes into the potentiometer here. Absorbs all that heat. Get smoke away from my face. Yeah. It only liquefies for about 2 seconds, and then immediately it hardens up again. So I don't know if I'm getting pretty deep or not, but got to rely on the other pins for that, I guess. The other concerns were these three, which I don't think having a high temp is going to be helpful for. Just want to make sure we have some solder, I guess. It might just be anchor, extra pins for think of a different type of component board or something. A different radio. Don't want to cross out to sleep. That might be a great idea. They haven't seemed to go anywhere, so not even in the picture. Just have pads there, and it disappeared. I don't want to take any solder for whatever reason, unless they're connected to something else. Oh well. Oh, that's right, I didn't do the potentiometer once because I wanted to take a look at it. I don't know if I can easily take out the problem here. But at the very least, let's see, remove the old solder. At least I think it's a potentiometer. It could be something else, but I'm not sure. Apparently all I needed was the stuff with built-in flux, and this is actually looking great, so... And he less of the stuff, I don't know if the other stuff had it or not, but... This stuff works pretty good now. In theory, that might just drop that out. Off, I charged it. Alright, let's check that. On it out. So that would be this purple and black thing here with a little blue dot on it that I put the blue dot on. Well, I did say should. Just pop around. It looks like one pin is out. But not so much, so I don't want to force that. Let me try to encourage that to come out. Without damaging the mounting hole. There we go. Can only go back in one way, so not too worried about orientation. Got some of that flux solder now. Again. Alright, power that off. That should be fine still. There we go. Liquid flux seems to work pretty well, but it gets everywhere, so I don't know if it's any better in the long run, but oh well. Alright, so that's off. Wait a minute, there it is. So this is the component here. 3 prongs. Looks like a potentiometer of some sort. I was having trouble testing it earlier, but now that it's out, I can actually really test it, I think. Well, sort of. I don't have clamps to clamp on, but this might be a little difficult. Oh, good. Now I have more of the flux on the desk. I have to clean up so much now. Help me, hands, please. And thank you. Alright, so this can grab onto casing, I guess. So I'm going to test the gas continuity first, just to check it. And I can test for resistance. Now you guys can see nothing there. Still can see nothing. Wow, okay. And better. I need that. I gotta look for it. Hang on. Shush. There's a guy. Show me where it was. There. Oh. So let's not do that again. I grab on to something more creamy. Okay, I can grab onto a pin here, and that doesn't disrupt anything, right? In fact, I could probably use that. Yeah, so no resistance there. Oh, sorry, not resistance. Nothing there. Nothing there. What? Did I mess this up? Nothing. Huh? Huh? That doesn't sound right. Don't go through me. Go through the thing. It might be going through me. So, because I am apparently more than 700 kilo ohms. How do I do this without clamps? What if I grab that, stick it on right against that one? Oh, no, don't go flying or falling, please. test. Side? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, wait, that might have been something. Or it might have been just shorting out because it fell. Okay, so if this is a potentiometer of some sort, which it appears to be, it does not appear to be working. Okay. Okay. Alright. So this might be an issue. Okay, I need a tiny flathead apparently. Let's see. Is this good? Yes. Good. Please cramp up leg. Maybe too much coffee today, not enough water. Alright. At least some water for the amount of coffee I had. So, this theoretically is in the position I had it before, but I'm not 100% sure. But also, I did mess with this before, so I might have broke it or messed it up, I don't know. So I'm going to turn it. It's 180. 360 counterclockwise. See if that changes anything. I can't grab onto everything. Come on. And turn it back. Clockwise, 180. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to go. 180 is a thing. I need something more grabby than this. I have these from the kit over there. I don't know if it works though with, these are just tiny pins. I don't know. I don't know if the transistor tester will test the potentiometer, but let's see if it does. I guess. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas here. Or I could try to... Ooh, there's an idea. Have this thing hold these somehow. Okay. Alright. I'll need it back up. You guys can't see nothing over there. Alright. Let's see. Green is in the middle. Green. Nothing. Okay. what I really need is these little clampy things on this thing. And that way I can spin the dial and see if there's any movement and noise. I don't know how to do that with what I have here. The red and, well, the two ends are definitely one platform. So, I just need to connect these to this somehow without shorting them together. So if I took them off, light working away for the camera. Alright, so maybe I should grab the cushions for these. Maybe that would cushion it together better. I don't know. Okay. So that should be all connected in theory. Now, oh, doing stuff. Now I need something to hold on to that won't mess it up. Like pliers or something. I do. So make sure these off without touching the metal stuff. That's theoretically all connected and stuff. So if I spin this, where's it gonna fall? Can I grab onto a pin and not syncing up? As long as I don't touch it, okay. Move is facing just a little bit out that way. So I turn this. Nothing's happening, nothing's happening. And forth, maybe to unsticking thing, no. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing. On there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So nothing. Looking at the right seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would imagine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I would imagine it would have done something by now. Yeah. Supposed to be reading resistance, right? Not voltage or anything. I think. Has it voltage? Come on. However this thing is, it does not seem to work. Unless it's supposed to be like a capacitor. I doubt that. 0.006 amperes. Kind of that's what it's supposed to do. Oop, lost it. The pliers are now one, two. So if I spin this. If I respin it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Is it a capacitor? This is a weird looking capacitor if that's the case. Okay, so if I turn down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 nanofards. 3. Go back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to 6 nanofards. I think it's a capacitor. A very strange capacitor. Now there are capacitors like this one, but not exactly like it. On the other board here, on both other boards. This is the only one like this on this one. Of course, it's nanofarad, so it's like absolutely minuscule, tiny. Maybe close to 7 there. So if I turn this 180 in a direction. And from 7 to 11. Turn this back. Back at 6. More. 2. Okay. So it's at the lower end of it. So it's got capacitor. So I believe it was somewhere around here. And it actually is kind of sensitive, nanofarad wise. So that's about 7, 8 now. Turn just a hair, just a tad. Seven. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at 7. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But apparently this is an adjustable nanofarad capacitor of sorts. So yeah, wow, okay. And it has 3 pins on it. 2 that are connected to each other directly. So yeah, weird. So I had problems with another one on the FM board, but that one seems to just be corrosion. I took it off, cleaned it up, put it back in, still had a problem, and then turned the screw back and forth a whole bunch of times. And it seemed to clear out the corrosion. And then fine-tuned it as best I could while listening to the radio with it. I mean, you can only fine-tune it so well because with a metal screwdriver. You know, so, because the metal screwdriver also works kind of like a capacitor when it's connected to it. Ouch, that's poking. So poking. Alright, so I should reconnect this. It works fine, as far as I can tell. So it is not the thing that gave up the smoke, apparently. Evidently. Actually, since it is a capacitor... No, wait, never mind. I got things confused in my head. Well, no, does the, does this thing test capacitors? I don't remember. No, I don't think it does. Open here and you can go take a rest. More of the mess on the ground. That area where it's always messy. Unfortunately. Well, not always, but it has been messy for a while. Alright, don't want to lose this. See if we can stick it through the hole without damaging anything. Clear. Are they? There's also a through hole in the board for the middle of it, so you can adjust the screw from the opposite side as well, which is kind of cool. Does it go all the way down or no? I think it would. As long as that screw clear, yeah, we clear through the hole there in it. Portion here. Yep, okay. So I gotta somehow hold that up without burning myself again. Alright. I'm kind of doing this one-handedly. Alright. Okay. Oops, I went down and set up. Three. Should be good. It might be in the saw on there. Just tag again. Okay. Good, not very much good. Should hold. Let's see. Blob, pretty much. same time of year. I guess the amount of solder in here, but also if I tell how much this would be as well. Would not? Doesn't the wire technically? Might also technically kind of carries some extra capacity? I don't know. I guess we have to get close enough to each other to do something like that. Could be. Alright. Let's check this. And besides the landing components, that is the other side. There you go. With testing. And of course the transistor one. Now I could. How much up here? Realistically, I would have to take it out of the, there's quite a few, isn't there? Okay, let me remove these in. I was debating whether I should just pass this separate. I don't think I can realistically do that. So, I don't think there's any over here. None that I see. Not nearly as many on here, so oh shoot, no, camera's already. Yes, so I can't just put another image up there because I haven't taken the picture. So I'm just gonna try my best at this point, and there's one right behind me. Never mind. Can I reach it? Without. And where does that one go? Does it go further up? Or anywhere? I don't know. Well, I touched it. Should be good now. Oh, shoot. I blew up the capacitor. Someone overheated it. Or, no, maybe that's just flux. Yeah, it's just flux. Never mind. It looks like it blew. So, ooh. I don't like how this stuff though. I mean, it is a wire. Okay. else on the top row here. Here. Let's play it that safely. Dangerous. Danger, danger. Okay, that should be load. Not easy to tell if I had that much solder each one of these. I've done already. Essentially, it's just these little things here. Here's where it's soldered on top. Before you get ones on the edge right now. Full charge, apparently. It's a nice little window right here. Oops, that was it. Way to the danger zone. I'm very talkative, and I'm trying to be careful. These are fragile components. Talking is a little distracting to me right now, so sorry. Those aren't quite typical car stuff, but it is a part of the car. The radio is a very important part of the car, in my opinion. And it is the original radio. You know, might even faster to put in and stuff, but yeah. Alright, this one is hard to reach. Alright, this one. That's a little obvious to tell which ones I've done and not done. The ones I haven't done are kind of like a yellowish, dull color. The ones I've done have a giant bulge on them, so. Under that potentiometer, it's thick. Thank you. What is it? No weird smells? Anyone always weird smell bad? I would open windows, but it's not exactly that cool outside. Or, well, it is also kind of humid. No bridge, good. Okay. There's still quite a few to go. Not nearly as much stuff on this side to solder as the other side, but at least. Why did I have on that one? Didn't look like I did it. Alright, that should be all the outside ones. Makes it easier for me. Sorry it's a little blurry. Using the Droid cam right now, and its autofocus is not focusing on
stuff right now, and then again, it's also kind of a challenging lighting situation as well, so. Melt the metal, not the plastic. Well, not the metal, like melt the solder, not the plastic. Not the metal, obviously. Although that would be quite challenging, I think, with the solder iron to melt the metal, I guess. So I'm nearly at the point that, after I'm done with all these, if the board still cuts in and out when I push on it, would be when the grounding thing is being the issue. For that specific problem. In which case, I might just run a wire from like one of the grounding parts of the board to the case, instead of having just run through the screw holes, as it appears to be. Or maybe take those screws out, solder those tabs in, because those might be easier to solder in than everything else. And I should ground it pretty well against the case as long as the lid's on at the top. Be to call it a lid. Also, I don't know how the audio is sounding right now either, because using the phone, the Droid Cam, probably doesn't sound the best. It is what it is at this point. So I don't have that other jack now, do I? Oh well. This computer doesn't have it on it. Let me clean this up again real fast. Almost getting there. I knew this was going to take a while. I just didn't think it was going to take this long. Or this much of my time today. I figured it was interesting enough to stream, and I kind of want to log it, so let's get to try out this new Southern, which I'm pretty happy with so far, actually. Earl. What is your obsession with closed doors? Don't chew up the carpet. Why? This cat claws up the carpet at closed doors. No reason. That's the closet. It's full. It's packed with stuff. There's no room for it. Stop! Yes, you. Alright, so after I'm done with this, I will I'll probably leave the stream running and then go downstairs to the garage, plug this thing in and see what happens. And then maybe show you all what should be coming up next. It's already down there. I will be out of town next week for work, which is what it is. I haven't done this before. I got at another location. The company I'm working at, went on vacation. He's the only person at the location apparently. So he's come for him. He asked me to do it. I was like, sure. I'm gonna go down there and cover for him for a week. Down there, I should say out west. I don't know what the temperature's like over there right now, but it's probably nice and warm and less humid. But probably more warm. Being a different time zone and everything. I should probably clean the board too before I go over there. All this flux on it and stuff. So close. No, don't take all the sweater with you. Leave some there. Looks like 5 more. And of course there's 3 other boards on this thing, but I'm not worried about those right now.
Actually, technically 4.
I'm not worried about those right now. They're not on focus right now, and they might be just fine, other than full capacitors on the radio side of things. So I should have a little bit of this nasty stuff, maybe make it a little faster. There's quite a bit of stuff here, materials. Was not expecting to go through solder this fast. Holy cow! So, let me save some for the fuel tank project I'm working on. Actually, I don't know if I need to. I prefer to crimps kind of stuff, but I like to double up on that, adding a little bit of solder to it, and also there's some solder joints in there I like to reinforce and reflow. Feel some you're doing that to me. Alright, this should be the last one, unless I'm missing one, I'll have to check. Let's see. Any others? A couple on the other side of the connector. Maybe I do have to move that connector after all. Alright. There's 2 or 3 on that on the other side of this thing, so I gotta remove it fast. Carefully. Carefully, real fast. Okay, 3 there. Oh, there's another one there. 4. Oh, sorry. 4 more to go. These are tight. Well, maybe you guys will be able to see these, but imagine.
pulling towards me. That's not a good idea. Stop. Oh. A little bit, so I'm using kind of just the tip here. These are hard to connect to, but what's wrong anyway. Used a bunch of sawdust. Probably more than necessary, but no. Yeah. Nothing I can easily make out, so I think we're good for finding things apparently. Let me bring this on, right? Let's keep on down. Are you serious? Yes, I am. Alright. I got as far as this things I can easily move it around. Then. I'll plug it in where the charge. That little cap, that's kind of nice. Better than a stand, in my opinion. Close this nasty stuff. I don't have to clean the flux off apparently, but I would prefer to. So that's all the wire I have left apparently. Yikes. Alright, so let me go clean this off. Maybe I can take you guys with me, we'll see. Actually, yeah, maybe I can. And then I can reassemble it some. And then, yeah, I don't know. And then test it, obviously. Power. Yeah. Pick it up and stuff. Actually good. All right. Some stuff on this board still, it's paste stuff that might be harder to get on. Whoa, that's so fast. Size mostly just from the soldered wire, and also maybe some of that. I actually got some of that other stuff. But the liquid stuff shouldn't be as bad, right? Right? Maybe I shouldn't get on the piston motors, actually. Thinking I can dry it off with the thing in the garage if I need to. When I'm out there. Alright. I definitely picked up on some of the traces there. Hopefully didn't need pads. I can only check where leak points were. That seems good still. That is still attached. Too many leak points were there.
On this side. Forward. Okay. Like there. Should be fine. Alright. There's also that transistor. I'm sure. Not that fast. Slower. I don't think it had much. I don't think I did much of anything on this board. I think it's just because. Okay. Might have missed this thermal compound, but oh well. Okay. Even if I do a little longer on the board, this should be clean enough. Huh? Man, nasty stuff there. Missing, right? Maybe I should go down. Missing, right? No. Looks like it's just that stuff. Alright, so this just needs to dry. I can use the air compressor to completely dry it out. Outside. So, try to break this down with my hands a bit here. Sticky, nasty flux. See how sticky that is? Right now we're supposed to break it down, but I've never had good luck with that. Try this. It just sticks. I don't understand. Like right now it makes it slick, but it doesn't actually like take it off my skin, so it's like still sticky. Maybe hot water or something? One of those tricks to get spider flux off your hands. I'm trying not to wear gloves. I'm just gonna stick your hands down.
better. Not perfect, but better. Alright. Off to the garage. Just gonna do a little reassembly. Up here. Let's see. What can I do up here? Actually, I'll leave it disconnected so I can pull it out easier. Alright, so the garage. There's a step stream over there, so it might be a minute. But I will be already. Alright, start that. And switch it over.
Corvettes. Doing all right. Unfortunately, my chat is going to choose to be the Twitch one right now. I can't. My thing reset, so I can't just use it. Unfortunately. Close this down. Actually, right. Muffle the noise of the air compressor. A bit more. Alright. I don't know how much is already in there. Let's see. Oh, it has some already. Okay. In that case, should be fine. Alright. The other hand. All right. Some stuff I have here are for the wheel bearings. Got spacers, one kit. Hope that's going to be all I need. Seals, bearings, and bearing races. Bearing races, bearings, bearing races kit. So that should be for the rear and the rear bearings and the seals and the front seals, because the front ones I might be able to reuse the bearings, which would be wonderful. So, all right, so that is in the future at some point. I don't know how far or close in the future that is, but it is in the future. All right, battery live. I might as well plug her straight in. No, actually, no. I want to blow it out first. Right. The next thing to do would be the fuel tank. I'm not doing that tonight because it's too late. I might do it tomorrow. Oh, could help if I turn the knob. Okay. It stayed kind of wet, and I wonder if it's the flux. And again, it was 70%, not 99%, so maybe it takes a lot more to evaporate that. That might be a problem. what I might try is, if I still have a little bit of 99 here, is just put some 99 on it to help displace the 70%. Yeah, I think I have a very small amount left. If I can displace stuff that's not drying fast. Oh, it's not going to get anything else. Skin, I mean. Well, hands part of skin. Skin part, hands, so whatever. You know what I mean. Alright, I know I just made it wet again, but stuff should dry way faster. I need more. This is, I think, my last bit of it. Might need to put more air in this thing. Yeah. All right. I was really expecting this to dry out way faster, but I think the flux mixed in with the cleaner, and now it's being a pain. Maybe I should get like special flux cleaner stuff. For this kind of thing. Like the board looks filthy still. I'd probably need to stick it in a bath. Get it real clean. Problem is it's still kind of humid out here, so alright, while that's drying, I can show you what else I have in store here. So this is done. I went ahead and put the last, I think, coat on it or something. That's right, I switched to putting VHT on it. So I put VHT on it, I put 3 coats of it on, like 2 light coats, 1 thick coat, something like that. Follow the can instructions. So this should all be set, all good, both sides. This is for holding in the fuel tank. The fuel tank itself looks pretty good. There's a little bit like surface rust here and there. I might just spray a little bit of that rust reform on those little areas. I do have some seal here, or not seal, but cushion material, and I might use this for like the straps here. I got 2-inch stuff. Yeah, that should work pretty fine. You can cushion it a little bit. My only concern is this might collect water. I don't know. We'll see. May or may not put that on. And then I'll probably either, I don't know if I'll do one or both, but move this over a little bit so that it has fresh material there, or put this in that area where it meets to help cushion that a little bit better. So that's with the cushion. Now that I have the soldering equipment, I can finish up this. I also have the heat shrink stuff that's supposed to be created for chemicals and stuff, so it should be good in the fuel tank. It is a little bigger than I thought I need or than I think I need, so I might just put like a full length of it all on the entire cable instead of just that one section. That way, if it doesn't shrink down far enough and moves around, it can't move past the point of where the connection is. So that stuff should be good to use. I replaced the wiring on part of that, and still work in progress with that. So I was going to do this today, throw it in, maybe even throw in that, but radio took precedence and took a little more time than I anticipated. So even though the radio is the less important item, anywho, so that's that for the free to me tool chest here. I went ahead and put more paint on it, and then put the last bit of that rubberized coating on the bottom, which is not super rubbery actually, to be honest. So I might still want to get some something to tape onto this or glue onto the bottom or something like that to keep this from rubbing around, but it's painted. I looked up online eventually, and I've learned today that this toolbox, if you could still get it, which I don't think you can, it's worth about 40 bucks. So I think it was 40. It might have been a different price, I don't know, but I think it said 40 bucks, if I remember correctly. So I restored a cheap toolbox, but it's, or kind of restored, yeah, with the rust and stuff, as much as I want to deal with it, rust, or stand to deal with it right now. But yeah, I mean, hyper tough, whatever that means. I don't know how tough you can call hyper tough if it requires a paint job to get rid of rust and cover up for more. But yeah, this should be not too bad. I might as well work on getting this a little bit more ready while I wait for the radio to dry. I'm sure I didn't get a whole bunch of paint on the rails, but I might have got some on them, I'm not sure. And some dribble here. It's not the best paint job, but it's good enough. And then these I want to add a little bit of grease to, although they roll fine still. Let's see. Can I just use a baggie? I think I left it down here. Yep. Let's use a little bit of this grease and try to grease up these rails a bit. Over the top grease, I guess maybe I should use the other stuff. Now I'm thinking about it. The cheaper stuff. Yeah, I might have to do that because I don't want to spend too much money on this. Not assembly glue, that would just disintegrate. All-purpose gunk. I'm calling it gunk though, so it's grease. Nasty looking stuff. But hey, as long as it does its job and does the job well, I'm pretty happy. And doesn't mess up anything else. Alright. Any extra grease I get on other parts on the inside of this is just more rust protection in theory, right? I think I tore the bag. Oh well. Load on the sides here. Okay. And then toss that. Alright. So it should be in order, I think. If it even matters, I don't know. Probably not. Slides nice and quick. And the bottom of these had a little bit of like surface rust on it, but it should be fine. Nothing catastrophic. As long as I don't abuse this thing, it should be fine. And if I want to fix that later, I can. But realistically, it is a $40, well, was a $40 box at some point. Now that I restored it, it's probably worth about 20-30 bucks. Alright, well, that didn't quite work. Why did that not work? Go on. The rails. Why won't you go on the rails? Go on rails just fine. I messed something up. Does it at least latch on this side? No, it latched on neither side. Why? Alright, that side's on now. Now it's not. Huh? It wasn't broken like this before. Did I miss something up? Oh, does it need to be on both this and that? Probably. Maybe I should have greased it after putting it on so I don't have to deal with all this. But how was I supposed to know it wasn't going to go on right? Now why is this not moving? It was working perfectly fine before. That one moved all the way back for no reason. And let's go forward. Or up in this case. Also was not expecting this to take this long. here we are. It doesn't want to move. Why? Oh. There we go. Okay. So with this metal piece all the way forward, doesn't now want to go together. And stay together. Maybe. And check the other side. I don't want to get grease all over the touch with the sides of this box, or we got on the paint now. Oh well, more rust protection is all right. All right, this should be good then, right? Yes. Yeah. Well, sort of, maybe. I'm not quite. It's good enough. All right. So I was hoping to put the 1/4" wrenches in here, but I'm a little less sure about that now that I've seen how whimsical this thing is. So it might be for the 3/8. Okay. The medium-sized wrenches. There we go. Now a little bit of rusty stuff there, but not much I can do about that. Could add a little bit of WD to it. How's this doing? Just dry yet? I don't know. Let it dry more. Ugh. Oh no, ducky fell. It got ripped out of the super glue. Oh no. Oh. Good thing he was wearing his helmet. Also might want to get some of that grippy stuff, or just get some cheap stuff in the store. Oh, I see. That's supposed to lock it, so when the top's open... No? Well, maybe not. When the top's closed... Oh, when the top's closed, it locks the bottom. Oh, and then you push it back. That's how it locks. Okay. I was a little confused why the bottom didn't seem to have a locking mechanism. I was like, really confused by that. Alright, so now should be good enough. Yeah, that locks. Okay. Cool. And pack that up another time. Okay. It's dry enough. It's warm enough out here that it should dry pretty quickly, but it's also kind of humid out here, so... I think if I blow it out one more time, should be fine. just to be safe. Put some air in here. I'll roll the tops off. Well, a little noisy then. So that toothbrush knocked off quite a bit more on that board than I thought. Oh, I knocked off more of the toothbrush. Not this one as much. So I should be fine. Some of the covering. So it might be worth, once I get this fixed, to put a little bit of that corrosion protection stuff on this. Like the stuff that's meant for circuitry. It might be worth doing that. I might have to redo some of this thermal compound stuff or low by alcohol I just dumped on this. Alright, well. He's crying over spilled milk. What are the chances this also grounds through the casing? Or the casing grounds to it? I don't know, that might be actually the case. But I should put both screws on this then. That's good. Cool. That's on. That's on. I don't think I messed with these in time recently. Okay. Alright. I do want at least the switchboard on here. Should I just do a full test? I might as well do a full test. That might have fixed more than one issue, right? I can dream. I can hope. I can wish. Alright, and then I need one of the casing side. Where is it? Uh-oh. Did I leave that upstairs? Both of them? Rat. Cannot start it without having the top on because it grounds from here, these little things to the top. Actually, maybe I still can? I don't know. I don't trust it without it, so I'm gonna go run up and grab that real fast. ARV. It would appear that I supposedly brought it down and set it down somewhere. But no matter, I went ahead and brought down the bottom because the bottom is pretty much the same to the top, only I guess the bottom just has a little bit of extra markings on it. But the actual print is the same, or template, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not sure what I did with the other one. Should be around here somewhere. I'm not noticing it. I'm gonna have to check the footage and see what I did with it. Oh wait, no, I set things down before I started streaming, didn't I? Oh, over there. Oh well. Anywho, that should still do the trick. And then adding a screw. Okay. All right. Plug it in. Blue on top, I think. Well, actually, it's the bottom. The black one's on top. That's right. Okay. Not that one. This one. Okay. And the extra 12 point whatever volts. Okay. And keep this up shut down. Make sure nothing here is contacting anything it shouldn't. Alright, and then it needs the cassette player plugged in. Anything to work. The cassette player grounds to that. Alright, keep that visible so I can see if it works or not. And key. And airflow, because it's a little warm over here too. Alright. Oh! I forgot to check for the antenna clearance. Can't forget that. That's really important here. I'm gonna bend that. No, it's not anymore. Now we're good. Oh, it flashed. You see that? Flashed on, then it didn't, but you know. Yes, that happens for this thing, I think. Popping in and out. Alright, that's fine. On FM. Here's static. Try not to short anything out here. Switch to AM. Don't hear anything. It's not good. I'll go back to FM. Don't hear anything. There it is. Alright. We get a station. It's switching. It's doing the thing where it's not grabbing any stations, and it has a strong light, so that's a good sign there. Okay, this thing's a little too hot for my head. I'm gonna take it off. I'm sorry. Get a little more airflow over here. It's humid. Alright. Oh, much better. Okay. Put you on the tripod. I know the head's probably a better POV, but... Man. Oh, I know why. I've got to plug the antenna again. Alright, let me plug that in. Obviously not going to get any stations without the antenna. I'm a little worried that the AM doesn't do the psh thing right now. Alright, now I got the antenna plugged in. Okay, some music. Classical music. So if I switch this to the rear, is it still... Oh, that's not the rear. Whoa. A little too much of everything here. Alright. Come on. Get this knob on, maybe. Maybe. Please? Pretty please? Oh, that's just left and right. Okay. Do the other side then. Don't do anything weird, please. Or bad. Yeah, the rear still has that weird staticky sound to it. Alright, well, I'll keep it on the front for now so I can listen for other things, but... Okay, I'm gonna unplug the adjusters here, because that's making noise. But if I jiggle the board now... Jiggle. Nothing! Not popping in and out. Staying strong. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna pop this just to make sure this is good. Yep. So it was bad solder joints for that initial thing there. Alright. Display's still not working, although it tried to work at the beginning. Let's pop over to AM. There's the static, okay. Does AM work? Yep. Although it's a little more static than the FM for some reason. I don't really know what you would use AM for other than talk stations, really, right? Mostly just that. That sounds like there's some music. Let's switch over back to FM. See if we can get a good station. That sounds like a good one.
17,
a little stacky still. I don't know if there's anything more stable in the country in the classical, so... Yeah, they sound like crappy speakers. Not really crap, but like old speakers, I guess. Kind of cheap, actually. So, it might be the speakers, it might be this thing being old, you know, but... I think it'd be worth trying to upgrade the speakers, see if that makes it sound any better. That's stable, that's good. So, the only things is the AM is a little fuzzy, but that's fine, I'm not worried about that. It works, and it's not what we're going to be using it for anyways, I think. There's still that noise and extra fuzz in the back, so that might be something that needs fixed. The screen, well, screen doesn't work still, but it tries to. See, when I turned it on, initially it did. At least it tried to initially. So I'm curious if I put the original transistor back in, that supposedly might actually be fine. Will it work? That's my question. That I might try to solve tonight. Alright, let's make sure the cassette player still works. No problems with that, right? Yep, still works. Has that little click noise on the reverse or play or whatever it is. I don't know if that's normal or not. There's just weird static in the rear ones. I don't know, that might be the speakers. I mean, because they were leaked on a few times, right? So maybe it's just the speakers, but it's both of them. I don't know. So, and then there's this connector that's kind of being wonky, but might be able to do something about that. Now, actually, what I could try is switching in the other one of these that I have, a spare working one. No, it would do the same thing, because this one did pop up something. Okay. So, before I go back up, before I call it the end of the stream, I want to test putting in the original transistor. That may still be good, and seeing if that fixes the display issue. If it does the same exact thing as these have been doing, or this one's been doing, then I know it's probably not that, and probably the thing that let out the magic smoke, and I shorted it probably, or something else entirely. So not sure which of those it is, or more likely to be. And then there's also the thing I want to do is replace all of the capacitors that I bought the capacitors for. So that's the AM and FM boards. Those are the ones that are left. And I didn't buy any capacitors for the cassette player, although I could replace those too just to be safe, but yeah, I don't know. Come on. Good night. There we go. Alright. Guess I should put this back on my head now. The camera gets so hot. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna try that. Might as well. I can stay up a little later, I guess, and plan, but it's fine. It's fine. It's for the radio. I brought the original transistor just for this test, if I needed to. So. All right. I think to get to it, I'm gonna have to remove the board, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I can push it through still. Hang on. If I have this nicer, new to me thing here, might as well try it. Also, probably should loosen it off this and probably heat goes directly to that. Oh, that might be why I need to. Never mind. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, I just need to loosen these. Take these out. Oop. Screw, come back. What I got from the radio? I don't remember. Probably not. Take these out. And then pull up on this so it disconnects from that board. Also remove this. Okay. Sure, that's fine. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so that should lift up far enough or lift out of the way far enough. Or I guess I need to pull this out. Yeah. Not damaging anything else. Okay. Wow, that alcohol really did leave residue all over this. Alright. And then it's this thing. So I gotta be careful here because everything is kind of exposed in fragile ways. Fragile. This and this. Actually, just take it out, I guess, so it's out of the way. Alright. There's that. And I'll just pull this out now. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the knee pads out. They're safe. Out of the way. Well, that's already loose because of the way it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then, hopefully, just a little bit. Like 1 or 2 drops, right? 1, 2. We'll help with that a little bit. And then, where's the socket? Oh, here we go. And this. Okay. Warming up. Let's go to whoop, other way. Let's go to where I was working with before, like 360. Might need to go 380. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys get a good angle. I'm gonna point you a little further down just in case. Alright, and then solder. Tin this a little bit. Oop, I did not mean to do that. It's a very stabby thing, apparently. Alright, well, let's try that again. I'll do a light tin, not a heavy tin. Very, very light. What I wanted, but okay. And grab some of this stuff. I'm not sure I'm using the other stuff I've been using because I've been pretty happy with it so far. Alright, so I'm going to remove solder from this one first. Maybe just turn it up a bit. There we go. Might wanna clean this. Where'd the solder go? What'd I do with it? What'd I do with the solder? Oh. It's a little humid out here, so it might easily oxidize, unfortunately. I do. And remove this, start removing pads and stuff, please. Thank you. Good grief. This area is not friendly. Just sapping the heat out? What's going on here? I don't think this area is supposed to have that much thermal conductance. Maybe if I loosen this up. Struggles with it not being on the bench here. Alright, I thought this would be a little quicker than this, to be honest. But it wants to be trouble, apparently. Is it all the way up? Alright, go all the way up. I have to plug it in for this. I don't know if the battery has a limit, how much you can handle. think it's picking up more solder than what than what's on the iron. Let me try. I don't want to pick up solder off that. Let me try pushing this back down through a little bit. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to remove this wire. That should free up one pin. I think this one's this trouble one right now. Sapping all the heat out of this. I don't know what's going on here. I also don't know why it's not just falling out. When it does melt. I don't know. Thank you. It gets super hot. You need to let go. Let go and not hold on. It's struggling to keep up. I bet it does better when it's plugged in. Maybe that's why I was working so well inside. It just drops like a rock. Hold on, this shouldn't be this hard. Come on, let it go. Let it go. You're holding on to one pin. And apparently it's the one that's really heat sinks for some reason. Is this just really that in the way? Like, alright, that's out of the way now. That's as out of the way as it can be. I don't know what more you want here. There's buffers in that. $270, $260. It drops. The whole thing just drops. I don't know what kind of thermal mass this thing has, but apparently it's a lot right here. Alright, it's out. That doesn't solve the issue of giant blob here. Oh, there goes blob. Is that even all supposed to be connected? I think so, yeah. Weird. Now it wants to refill a little bit. Is that enough to pick up some? It's taking way longer than I was anticipating. Now clear the hole. That's kind of what I want here. The hole to be cleared. Might already be cleared, I'm not sure. Alright, well, might be as good as that gets. Alright, let's grab the old one, which again tests as apparently functioning even with its poor looking shape here. $750, 5.21, 1.12 NPN. We'll run again. 749, 5.21, 1.11. Run again. 748, 5121, 1.11. Oop, and then run again. And then the one I had, try to replace it with. That may or may not be working fine, I don't know. Zero 538 1.04. Like, I don't know. Alright, now let's back this down to reasonable amount here. I think the battery's giving out on this thing already. Like, not keeping all the hot. I mean, hot enough for like normal stuff, but probably not for this. Alright, oh, good. Good. The holes are clear. Alright, let me actually cut this off for now. That side. Part of me wants to put it down already. Alright, so first, this has a spot on there. Alright, so probably right about, I'll probably bend it that way so that when it goes down, it's fine. Okay, actually, there's, I should have just left this on. Alright, so floater. Yeah, it should be enough to tack it. We're gonna get this middle one the way it should be, without having to run another wire. Oh, I can't see from up there. Knock things over. Get closer. Alright, I think that's connected. Okay. Pull that out, please. So then this one, the wire that I have to do because I destroyed the contact. Two contacts. And the trace, anyway. Alright. Down. Okay, I think that's good. I can double check in a minute. And then this one needs more solder for all of this, but not too much because apparently that makes it really hard to desolder. Hello. Yeah, battery. Might be worth getting a spare battery for this thing. Come on, actually melt. Come on. Come on. I really don't want to be out here much longer. Let me see if I can just plug this in somehow. I don't know if this will work. Might not be enough juice, but... Oh yeah, it works way better with the charger, I guess. Still heating up though. There we go. Okay. Man, this thing cools off fast, I guess. Come on, 10 the tip. Alright, there we go. I want to take care of it a little bit, that's all. Alright, so now verify everything's connected right. As far as I'm aware, that is. So from there, it's a little loose feeling, but that's on. That seems fine. Okay. Don't like how loose that feels, but hey, I'll double check that one after I screw it down. Alright. Then in the long run, I might just add some glue or something to it. That's nasty. I didn't bring any thermal paste, so whatever's left on here is going to do for now, at least. And maybe more permanently, because yeah. Okay. I guess I should keep it on its side so I can access it. Yeah. And then, oh, what am I grabbing? This thing? And this screws into both the front and the boards now. Hold on. Front this way. Okay. It doesn't ground this way, because the mica sheets, or mica sheets, or whatever you want to call them, or mica sheets, I never know. That wouldn't make much sense that way either. Okay. Although the board might ground to this. Interesting. Oh, but I should have also checked. I'm gonna do the board. So also make sure none of these are shorted together. Here and here. Nothing. Okay, good. Here and here. Good. Here and here. Good. Okay, good. And then I need that tiny screw and this. Oh, and the mica sheets. Where do those go? Where did those go? They didn't end up on the floor, did they? Huh? What? they? Oh, there's where I left this. Alright, I'll just leave them both in there now. Double chance. I kinda need those. Well. Okay. What? I thought for sure I set them on here. Right? Did they get attached to something and wander off, I wonder? Maybe? No, not attached to this. Are they on this? No. We attach this thing? I can't screw that down without them, because then it would short. Do I have spares? I don't know. Do I have something that can work in the meantime? Not really. Did I step on them and walk around with them? Nope. Wow, I was really not planning on being out here this long. Wow, it's midnight. Okay. Everything's going wrong. I don't know what to do. Those were... They were stuck to each other. I put them on the box. I could check the footage, I guess. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna have to pause the garage stream to do that, so give me a second, guys. I'm gonna have to... Oh boy. Actually, it's recording on here, so it's probably fine. Just gotta find it on here. Here, or is it there? It must be there. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this long. It's just the radio. Alright, so took it off. At what point? Mouse. I think I took it out early. You know, like before I did all that, so... Hard to tell. on this tiny screen. Let's go with bigger screen. Here screws out the hole, so here's the box. I don't see it. I wish I could more fine-tune scrub these. More forward than that. Come on, forward. And there's that thing. I skip forward with these. Alright, so there's those things. And do I take the meat machines? I think I do immediately, right? Almost. Alright, take them out. Come on. 37, I put them right there. No more. So they're right there, now they're gone. What happened? Did they launch off the... Push them? Push that. Okay, put it aside. Set that down there. They're still there. They're still in the cardboard box. I pick up the thing and they disappear. What? Right there. Right there. Right there. Reach forward. Okay, that's still there. I'm reaching forward. Palm there. I look away. And they're gone. Okay, so they must have attached to my wrist. I'm guessing. And then maybe falling off somewhere. As I came over here to grab the cord and plug these in, so okay. Maybe I shouldn't work on stuff tomorrow, because if I end up doing this again, spending more time than I planned, then I'll have a hard time the next day, which is not gonna be an easy day, apparently. Let's see if they go here. Didn't get up and go into the car. Magic disappearing things. Okay. Okay, so I was messing with this a lot. This way, so it would be attached to anything? Oh my word, I don't know where they went. I paid money for those. Wow. So for testing purposes, I can leave it disconnected, but it's loose. A. B. Won't dissipate any heat this way. So I don't know how long it can stay this way. Really? It's gone? How does it just disappear like that? It's right here. And I reached for it, hold my hand back, and it was gone. Apparently. I mean, they're like semi-transparent. They have some white paste on them still, so it's not like super transparent. Little tiny thin sheets of special plastic. Gone, just gone. Okay. Okay, I'm out of time, out of patience. I'm going to test it anyways. And make the test very short. Maybe even put my finger on there to make sure it doesn't reheat. So stupid. Like, how does that happen? Maybe should be just disconnected for the test. I don't know. Who cares? Maybe they'll reappear as I put stuff together. I don't know. Probably not. Well, still attached to my arm, apparently. If that's what happened, I don't know. I put it down somewhere and forget. I think I would have just put it deep in the box. It got picked up by something else. I don't know. I thought this was going to be quick and easy, but apparently not. Apparently nothing is. Debating whether or not to put this on, but if it helps ground it in any way, then I need it on. Everything grounds through the chassis. This back up. Finished. Alright. So just still plugged in. Good. Okay. Good. Alright. Top going back on. It does have a pin on the top too. Huh. Okay. I use with the original one because the new ones, the holes were not quite perfect. Use the original one with like 1 or 2 other ones that I bought. They're all missing. Alright. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything important. Because it's been long enough that I could be forgetting some very important things. Realistically, I'm trying to see if that screen works, and hopefully it doesn't just magically overheat too fast. That would be very bad. I can charge this upstairs. I don't know why. It's gone. Just like that, just gone. No rhyme, no reason, just gone. I wonder if I'll find them eventually. Oh, right, and this. Alright. I don't have the chat up right now because I can't, as I pulled up the video. This should be good for test. Fire in the hole. Nothing. Not getting hot. This might need a little bit of hot glue or something for that. Or maybe need a resolder or some of that. We can deal with that later. Well, now radio is now reliable. That's good. I think if I do the same thing that I did with the main board with the what I think is the amp board, just reflow it all, that might solve the rear speaker issue. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it handles. I don't know. Anyways, so just probably do that. I'll probably off stream. Just do that off stream. Find that Mika sheets and put that back in there. I guess put the original transistor because it's apparently still doing the exact same thing as the other one right now. So I think whatever's broken is broken, and I can't seem to locate whatever that is without dismantling the entire board, which would be kind of stupid at this point. But yeah, that's not good right there. Alright, well. It's working more than it was before. Can't tell what station I'm searching to. I don't know if I've made a loop already or not. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Manual tuner works. Base station. Okay, I'm tired. I'm just fumbling with things now. Yeah, so something's clearly still broken that's causing this display not to display. This connector is... I'm hoping it's just the bottom part that's loose, not this top part. So just reflow solder on that board, do that off stream. Another time, obviously not tonight. Cassette player, I mean, I could look up to see if that clicking noise is normal or not, I guess. I could probably reflow solder joints on this thing, but I don't think it's going to cause any difference. That's just the way it is right now. I think the screen issue right now is because I shorted something out and burned something. I think. Because that's the only thing that's not working. There was smoke, magic smoke, when I shorted it. So I just don't know what from. Because I couldn't, like, quickly take it apart and look at it to see what smoked, because I had it in a little bit more together when that happened. And then also want to try to replace capacitors on the radio side of things, and then maybe also reflow solder joints from this, and maybe some on the radio stuff too. I don't know. But yeah, more work to do with the radio, and then of course clean it up, put it back together, maybe put a coating of something on it to keep it from rusting in humidity or whatever. But hey, it's better than it was, and sometimes that's all you can really ask for. So, should I refill these too? These don't look as bad. I haven't had any problems with this. I don't want to mess with this. I don't want to get it dirty with solder and flux. you know? Alright. Although if I don't clean up this bottom board, that, well, it's gonna drip onto it, so I better make sure. But this bottom board is actually the top board. There we go. Okay. For some reason it's getting stuck. There we go. Come on. Yep, okay. Excellent. This is ridiculous. It's one connector. As far as I know, this is absolutely ridiculous. Good grief. I actually need to add some stuff to that now because it's wore it out a little bit. Alright. Thank you all so much for watching, for stopping by, saying hi, for lurking around, or even just watching the VOD. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes, comments, follows, all the above. Do appreciate those as well. I hope to see you guys again in the next one real soon. And I'll debate on whether or not to do that tomorrow, because the day after tomorrow is going to be a big day. I think. So, we shall see if I do anything tomorrow. If I do things tomorrow, it will be field tank, hopefully. So, yeah. Have a good night. Ciao for now.